Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited. I'm going to be sharing my paycheck budgeting along with stuffing my cash envelopes with you guys. So every time we get paid, I fill out one of these paycheck worksheets so that I know where every single dollar is going, because remember, we are a zero-based paycheck budgeting family. So we say where every single one of our dollars goes, okay? And we do that every single time we get paid. So we get 2 paychecks a month. So I start by saying, is it paycheck 1 or paycheck 2? This is paycheck 1. And the date we got this on was 1/15/2020. This is estimated, but our budget, or our paycheck, I should say, was $3,577. I know our hard bills that are going to be needing to come out of this paycheck are our garbage, which we do $40 a month, so we do $20 per paycheck. Our house, which is half of our house payment of $800. Our internet and phone, which is $137. Also, this circle right here, if it is actually due on this, like with this paycheck, you know, our house, we won't pay until the 1st of February, so we'll still have another paycheck before that, so I'm not going to fill in this dot. But our NCC Ray, which is our internet, we are paying this right out of our debit card with this paycheck. So I fill this in so that I know that I have to leave this much in my account to cover this bill. It is the same with our cable TV, which is $135, and that will be paid out of this paycheck on our debit card. So I'm filling in this circle right here so that I know. Now, the total of these are $1,092. I did add these up beforehand so that you wouldn't have to sit through that. That leaves us with $2,485 left to work with. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our envelopes. Our envelopes are groceries, which gets $300 a paycheck. Andrew's spending money, which gets $125 per paycheck. My spending money, which gets $150 per paycheck. Entertainment, which gets $100 per paycheck. Andrew's gas, which gets $50 per paycheck. Our dogs, which gets $30 per paycheck. And our household, which also gets $30 per paycheck. In my envelopes with our last paycheck, when I just emptied them, I had over $400 left in our envelopes. So a couple things you can choose to do with that money is you could put it directly into savings. You could keep it all in each of its designated envelopes and just have some extra there. Or you could, you know, go look at your sinking funds and say, for example, you want to put it all into your traveling sinking fund. That is another option that you would have. So the total for our envelopes is $785. That leaves us with $1,700 left to work with. Automatically, our kids get money into their savings. Grace gets $50 a paycheck, Macy gets $45, and Abby gets $38. The total on those is $133, leaving us with $1,567. Now, our sinking funds. We have Christmas, which gets $50 a paycheck. We have travel, which gets $75. We have birthdays, which gets 25. We have school shopping, which gets 31. We have kids, which gets 25. And we have triangle Y, which gets 30. Okay, the total on these is $236, and that leaves us with $1,331 left to work with. If we were paying off debt, we would be putting all of that towards debt, or a portion of it towards debt, a portion towards savings. But since we are not paying off debt right now, we put all of that straight into savings. So that is $1,331 that can go to savings. In this section, I like to see how much from each area I need to withdraw. Okay, so out of our hard bills section, I know I'm not withdrawing my cable or my internet because those are being paid. Okay, so I'm withdrawing our half of our house and half of our garbage, which is $820. For envelopes, you will always be withdrawing your full amount of your envelopes and your full amount of your sinking funds. So our full amount on our envelopes was $785. Then we have kids savings, which we withdraw this because their savings accounts are at a separate bank, and I also put them in their envelopes until my kids are able to go to the bank with me, just because they have accounts where they can like get a prize every time they make a deposit if they are with me. So kids savings is $133. Sinking funds was $236. And savings, I also withdraw all of that because our savings account is at a different bank, which is really weird, but it's just how we have it set up right now. So the total for all of those that I need to withdraw is $3305. Okay, now I am going to be filling out this area, which I end up cutting out to bring to my bank with me. It says bills to withdraw. Okay, so I go through and I look and I figure out what can be hundreds. Okay, so I know I have my house can be hundreds, there's 800. I know all of our savings can be hundreds, that's 1,300. Our groceries can be hundreds. So for hundreds, I'm going to do 25 of them. And that total is $2,500. For 50s, I'm just gonna do 4, which is 200. For 20s, I usually do more 20s, but I didn't do that many this time. I did 16, which is $320. For 10s, I'm going to do 16 of them. And I did also do this part ahead of time just so that you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch this too. I figured it out because it does take me a minute to figure it out. For 5s, I'm going to do 20. And that is $100. And for 1s, I did 25. So that total right there is $3305, which is exactly how much we need. So now I'm going to go into stuffing my cash envelopes with you guys. Okay, I am back. So we are gonna get right to stuffing. So I'm using this sheet as reference just to see where all of the money goes. So in garbage, we have 20. And I haven't showed you guys the backs of these envelopes. So when I make a deposit or take something out, I keep it on a log on the back of each envelope, okay? So I added $20 and I already paid that. So now our balance in here is just $20. So that envelope is done. We don't need that one. So our house gets $800. So there's $800 in our house. Now we need to write it on here. Is $115. We're going to pay it on 2/1. I added $800 and our balance is $800. So you can see that if it'll focus. Come on. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Okay, Andrew's spending money gets $125. I do not keep the trackers on his envelopes for him because he actually has his own envelopes that fit inside his wallet that has his trackers on them, so he does his own tracking. Andrew's gas gets 50. So there is that. Our groceries gets 300. So there's the 300. I should also mention, right when I withdrew this money, I did go to our other bank and deposit our savings money. So that is not here just because I deposit that right away. So 115 deposit, oops, 300 plus. Now our balance is 300. Okay, our entertainment gets 100, which I'm going to do 250s for. And I'll write that on here really quick. Plus $50. Our balance is 50. My spending money gets 150. So I'm going to take 20s and a 50 for 150. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150. So I'll write deposit, 150, my bad. So our balance is 150. Our dogs get 30. So I'm gonna do a 20 and let's do 2 5s. So deposit plus 30. Total we have in here is 30 because I did take all that money out. I haven't decided yet, like our remaining money, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but we will figure out something. Household also gets 30. So I'm just gonna do a 20 and a 10. And I'll write it down. And these are new envelopes, so you don't see much on here. I did new ones for the new year. But I do write in here every time we take something out too. So, Abby's envelope gets $38. So we'll go like this. 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. I have decided on my videos that I'm not going to be writing. I'll write when we get a deposit, but I won't be writing how much they have in their savings. Well, I could just write how much I have in the envelope until we go and deposit it. So yeah, I guess that would make the most sense. Macy gets 45. So I'm gonna go like this. So 20, 30, 45. Now we have 45 in her envelope. Grace gets 50. I don't know why I got so many ones. I didn't need them, I don't think. But 20. I was trying to think. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 for Grace. Don't mind the background noise. My kids are still up. So we have one. Mommy, what? Can you be quiet? Oh wow. Plus 50 for Grace. 50 is in her envelope. Okay, our savings, like I said, I already did that. Sometimes I bring it home, but I usually deposit it right away. So that is why you're not seeing that. Our kids' sinking fund gets 25, so that is how I'm doing that. So we'll write it on the back. So there's 25 in there. Christmas gets 50. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And I don't have my marker here, but what I do on sinking funds that have an end goal in price is I'll write the date right here. And then I will highlight right here. So I know that there's 50 in there, and it just keeps going up and up and up until we reach our goal. So that's just a nice way to keep track of it. It's a little visual. Travel gets 75. I shouldn't have used all my big bills. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I had an extra one. So that goes into travel. $75 for 75 total. Birthdays gets 25. So 10, 25. Okay, and last one is school shopping. Well, actually we have triangle Y too, but okay, so school shopping gets 31. So 10, 20, 31. And school shopping is set up the same as Christmas. We had an end goal in mind. I want about $250 for each kid. So I put a little star right here because I don't know, focus. I don't know if our youngest daughter will be going to school this coming year or not. So if she's not, we only need to go up to here before school starts. But if she is, then we need to go up to here. So this is just another visual chart. So I will just write the date down here at the bottom for when we got our first $31. And later when I have a highlighter, I will highlight it just to make it more fun. And then triangle Y gets 30. So 30 is what I should have left. 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this goes into triangle Y, which I still have to make a envelope for. So here is all of my envelopes now that they're full, okay? So I know I kind of went over this, but I separated out now as to what goes in my binder and what goes in my wallet. So these go to Andrew. Groceries, entertainment, my spending money, dogs, and household are all that go in my wallet, okay? Everything else goes in my binder. Let me just make sure, but I believe, yes, everything else goes in my binder. So those go in my wallet. I will just sit and put these in my binder. Okay, so everything is in my binder here. Here is how it looks. This is how I like to store it. I don't ever want to carry all of these with me in my purse because that's too much cash. I don't want all that in, I don't want all that cash on me all the time. But I am okay with having just my little envelopes that I use all the time in my wallet. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to start doing like an unstuff my envelopes, which means that at the end of like at the beginning of a new payday, the end of the old one, if I have extras in my envelopes, I can show you how much extra, maybe how I was able to save that much, or why I have that much extra, and all of that, because that is a really good goal that I like to set for myself, is saving money in those envelopes, these envelopes, every paycheck, and seeing how much I can come up with. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're new. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share with all of your friends. I would really, really appreciate it. Bye.